Hi everyone. So, the year in review, 2024 is now obviously coming to an end. In Tokyo, it's a few hours away. And as for me, I'm still here. And I'm really still here. And life is mysterious as always. And I'm thankful for it as always. And I'm sitting in this room this room is like my destiny or something, because I moved back in this year. And I think back to when I came to Tokyo in 2019, and I think back to the night, I remember 2019 turning to 2020, and living with my ex and getting into a fight and breaking up the next year and coming here. And then we had COVID, and all this music I've made, and all the years that have passed, and thinking back even before 2019, to Fukuoka, living there for 8 years, and back and back and back, and you just keep going. And it's like, so backwards and forwards, because forwards is into the mystery, and of course we all know how the ending goes. But that's not the point. The point is that we're now moving into 2025, and so, every year it's the same thing, right? Let's make it better, blah blah. Just make it. Just do it. Just be it. Just live it. Just don't even try to interpret anything. I mean, don't too much. And just be your best, and just do what you do. And as for me, yeah, so I've been kind of, nostalgia's not the word, but I've been, I'm always going back and forth in my work, in my music, and I guess in my brain, you could say, because it comes out that way. So, I mean, this past year year in review for me, okay? So musically, right? I did things like Angels of Time, which went back to Angel of Death LP from 2017, and sort of reinterpreted some of those things. And I did another collaboration with Sunny, that on the 1st of Sunny Yasuda from Fukuoka, we did via, computer, and which is the way that we did before. During COVID, we did via computer too. Same thing, except we couldn't, meet because of COVID, and I had just moved to Tokyo. It's a lot more experimental than the ones we had done in the past, I think, and that's because the way that I arranged them. Actually, Sunny sent me files, and he thought I was going to make, kind of songs and sing on them and stuff, and I barely sang at all. It's like mostly, just weird sort of abstract soundtrackish spoken word, and I put spoken word bits on, and samples of things, and water sounds, and it's kind of a weird album. I think he was surprised a little bit, or me just doing improv on the guitar with a slide, and clanking on the guitar, and or playing the flute or something, and playing. I also put some drums on some of the tracks. So some of the studio improvs I had done, I sort of combined or whatever. So I think it's a good album called What the Angels Saw. So on the 1st of the year, that will hit all the streaming services, which is soon in Japan, very soon, and depending where you live, it might be a few more hours or something. I don't know. So there was that this year, 2024. This Dark Shroud, I only, weirdly, because I rebooted This Dark Shroud last year, 2023, and this year I had planned to do several This Dark Shroud. I was going to do a second series of 3, a second trilogy or triptych, whatever you want to call it, like I did last year. Last year I rebooted with Vanity, the album, and then I did 9, which I redid a lot of songs like Black Nail and Dials in the Bathroom, what they did. And then I did The Signs Were There, which was a little more experimental, I guess, in some ways. Though I redid songs like Contaminated on that album, Red Signals, and Chaos. But this year I was going to do another trilogy, starting with a kind of abstract album. And I did the abstract album, which was The Unbecoming, with the first single was Fire, which I had intended to be kind of like Vanity, kind of like Undo in the early days of This Dark Shroud. And I did 2 versions of that ends, the opening and closing songs. In between tracks are very abstracted instrumental mostly. And I did a new interpretation of Nine Inch Nails' Reptile that's totally interpretive and using samples of my own music and stuff from the past, Fragile Reptile and Broken Reptile from Black Nail sort of remix. And then I had a number of false starts, and those false starts became Marc Lowe albums. The first was Before and After COVID. It was originally going to be This Dark Shroud City Scraper, and it ended up being a Marc Lowe album because Before and After COVID became a personal theme, I thought. So rather than making it This Dark Shroud, I did Marc Lowe. And then what else? I forget. After that, I was going to do another This Dark Shroud album that became something else. And I did, very end of this year, Melting Point, which is going to be published as This Dark Shroud next year. It's on YouTube, so that's another thing this year. So I actually did 2 albums, but I've recently compiled a series of 3 This Dark Shroud retrospectives. The first is Origins, 2017 through 18. That's just the first 2 years solo. The second is Duo, which is with Joe Shotaro on bass, and I did a whole 20-track compilation for that. And then the third and final part of the retrospective is called Rebirth, and that's 23, 24 up through Becoming, and then Melting Point is separate. Who knows where This Dark Shroud will go in 2025. What else this year? So I mentioned Angels of Time, that was a major one. Before and After COVID was a major one. Angels of Chaos toward the beginning of the year. I did a Bowie tribute at the beginning of the year. We Miss You, Space Boy, and with some covers. And then I did a new Outside thing this year, which will be published in 25, which is Some Kind of Future 2.0, and that was John Majori recently interviewed me about that. What other musical things? I mean, lots of stuff. So, and a lot of compilations, like the This Dark Shroud. I just recently put up the Release the Catch, which is, you know, earlier songs, and the Chattering Man stuff, right? I sort of realized it's 10 years. That was another landmark for me. So 2024, 10 years since I started really writing songs, and my first band, Chattering Man, which was followed by Glass Gecko, which was followed by all my solo stuff. And what else? I want to keep this 10 minutes, right? So I still got a few minutes. What else musically? What else otherwise? A lot of I don't know, continuation of, I don't know, a lot of studio live stuff. I did some live performances, but I think I probably did fewer this year. Yet if you look at my live performances folder for 2024, there's like way more videos than usual. And it's because I did a lot of at home and in studio live things. I did a lot of improvs, and some of them are acoustic, some of them are electronic, some of them are noise, you know, instrumental, or me just improvising lyrics here and there, or sort of hybrid things where I did in the studio, but then I added backing later when I mixed it at home, and so kind of hybrid live in studio and studio, if you will, Logic, you know, adding stuff. And so a lot of the material kind of came out of that. A lot of material came out of long walks that I took, where I would just have the phone on and record, and then I would use the spoken word bits or talks I did at home. I've done in the past, but this past year, 24, a lot of that. A lot of abstract pieces with spoken word, a lot of philosophizing, philosophical musings on things, on life, death, and what is this, and the Matrix kind of metaphor came up, and politics came up a lot this year, although now I'm sort of distancing myself from the news a bit, and media, mass media has just tired me out, and I almost don't care. It was so passionately like, you know, we're gonna blow ourselves up, what the fuck, and you know, how stupid we are, and this, and I just got so tired of it, and now I'm just, you know, looking at it like it's like the cosmic game, and listening to not only like people like Sadhguru and Krishnamurti, but also Osho, who's like this, you know, like, you know, hey man, it's a circus, just laugh at it kind of attitude has come in a little bit, and I think that's really redeeming. So it's going to be 10 minutes, and I said I'm going to keep it to 10. I'm really going to keep this talk to 10 minutes. So This Dark Shroud, the first, the second, the third, I'm going to publish each of the 3 retrospectives. That's like mega, you know, like lots of music. It's going to be 10 minutes. I had a live show the other night. I posted that. Thank you. Happy New Year. I'm going to keep to this 10 minutes and just do it, man. In 2025. Don't think too much. Marc Lowe signing off. Thanks. Love you. And Happy New Year. Thank you.